For sure. Yeah, man. So what's your business? How you've been doing it for 14 years?
I have got into massage therapy. That's my business. 14 years ago. Before I was doing massage therapy, I was hands-on everything, from computers to POS systems, satellite systems. I was going from one job to the next under contracts, to, do these things, like for instance, you have Home Depots, you got those fast lanes. I was like one of the people that installed all the fast lanes here in Colorado Springs. I installed all the fast lanes in Washington State in that Seattle area. I did that. At Walmart, I installed their fast lanes, not the newest ones, the older version ones, because it's been 14 years since I did anything like that. But it's like I did a lot of mechanical work, but it wasn't for me. It was like a job, to make money, to support family and everything like that.
So, like engineering? Is that what you?
I didn't do any engineering. I have this thing where I'm absent-minded. So, and to memorize everything is a tedious task. Very tedious for people who are absent-minded. I've had brain injuries when I was a kid. Through abuse from a father. So, and that was hard on me. But because of the traumatic past I've had, it caused wiring in my brain to short fire, so I can't remember things. No matter what I read, I could not remember what I read, period. So, and it was a hard, tedious task. So if I could, and I never, went through any type of abuse, that's one thing about abuse is that if anyone's went through it, their brain isn't functioning correctly anymore, and especially at a young age. I think any that abuse would just stop and be outlawed and everything like that, and that kind of stuff. So, but and repercussions should be gone to the family parents. But since because of that, I was unable to get in to do properly in school, do properly in colleges or anything like that. But when I was doing work as like I said, I couldn't do much between assemblies and everything like that. I got injured on the job, and it really took an impact on my life. It really did. I mean, I went 6 months of chronic fatiguing and laying down like I couldn't move. That's how bad it was. And then as soon as I was able to get up and start moving again, I had to figure things out for my life because I couldn't do the same type of tedious work, And so I went into college to get my MSc, my Microsoft, stuff like that, my A+. I thought that was a good chance because that was the quickest route to start. So I did that into a fast track college. And I landed a job as a copier technician. Right after that, kind of paid well for the time, 20 years ago. And so I just did that for a good year and a half. And then that job went down because it was just a third, small pop shop and stuff like that. And then I had to figure something out with that. So I moved instead to another state and just did like camera work for a news station. I just did customer service, whatever I could land. But that's how it is for everybody these days. It's like you get what you could land, and that's not good. It's not anything, but it's a start until but most people just stop right there and drag themselves in this job forever.
For decades,
for protection and stuff like that. But then again, I was like I moved to Washington because the wife at the time was starting to get seizures. So in Washington City, Seattle had the best seizure people there in the hospitals to figure out what's going on because she started having that. They didn't help either, right? But, after my vehicles broke down there, I moved back here because the vehicles broke down and I didn't have the money to fix them. Because, going from job to job, I was doing contractor work and that's what that was. It's like it wasn't enough, that kind of thing. So I decided to move back here. We separated, and I was just like spending a year and a half trying to figure out what I was going to do. But I was in pain. I was chronic fatiguing. I couldn't, do anything. And one day I was just driving by, and literally I saw the sign, apply for massage therapy. And I just drove right in there and applied right off the bat on a whim. And I surpassed my own, and I figured it's time. I surpassed my own self. I got 4.0 in all my classes, other than the times they take half your days off for being sick, right? I thought that was just ridiculous. They should never do that. It needs to be barred and banned for doing half day offs from your quote, your grades because you couldn't show up for that day, even with the doctors. No, half off. I think that's ridiculous. It should be banned and no longer feasible in any college. But after I got done with that, I started working for myself because I still don't like working for others. It's like, I did apply for chiropractor offices, for those mom and pop, for those massage therapy, whatever people like Envy and spas everywhere, and I just could not see myself there. You know what I'm saying? Working back then, at 14 years ago, they were like willing to give you $10 an hour to do a massage, and you're like, oh, I was paying $89 an hour for that massage, and I'm like. But the massage therapists weren't. They were banking on our skills and breaking us. So I refused to work into that field, and I started working myself. It took literally like 9 to 10 years for me to finally build up enough clientele because there's a lot of problems with people thinking males shouldn't be massage therapists in this country. I know, right? It's ridiculous notation. This needs to be completely.
I didn't even know that existed.
It exists. It still does.
Interesting.
It still does. It's like I'm like. But we're very detailed oriented. We really put our all into it. We're very strong and have very freaking connections we can build our connections with people, and we can do that. And we don't do anything wrong. There are, pervs out there, but there's everyone like that. But the thing is though, we are we men as massage therapists really go out of our way to help people. We do that. Like doctors, you go to a male doctor, but you won't go to a male massage therapist. That was a ridiculous notation with most people. But I really worked hard, and then finally got there, and then COVID happened. I had to stop working again. I lost everything. So I had to take on driving jobs like Lyft and Uber and Grubhub just to make ends meet in Vancouver. But now I was over at, so I was doing massage therapy for the longest time. I was learning my skills. I was gaining technique. I was reading up on everything as possibly I can to make sure that I'm able to give the best therapy as possible for all of them throughout the entire time. And until this day, I have literally racked up over 850 5-star reviews. Literally that many. And,
that is good, yeah.
Well, I didn't count my 4 stars and my 3 stars.
Yeah.
But two of those 3 stars were not mine. They were from some other massage therapists I hired, and that's the biggest problem.
And now a word from our sponsors. Planet Duct offers astronomical air duct cleaning with the most powerful vacuum trucks in Colorado. They have taken air duct cleaning to a new intergalactic level that is far more powerful and proactive than any on the market in El Paso County or Southern Colorado. Reach out to Planet Duct for any of your air duct cleaning needs. Recon Marketing is the fastest growing social media agency in Colorado. Recon focuses on becoming an extension of your business while providing social media management, review management, and digital marketing. Recon Marketing, putting you on the radar. Power Toolsafe is revolutionizing tool tracking and protection for everybody. With Power Toolsafe, you can protect the equipment that keeps your business running. Go to powertoolsafe.com and start your new account now and register up to $10,000 in tools for free.
I'm trying to, in my massage therapy field, I'm trying to look for people who wish to come on board to join my team and provide all through couples massages, learn from me, gather information, and be at my company and build it up from the scratch and bottom to get it going. Because I want a future for this. All right, I'm building up, and I got plenty of space, and now I have a 2-year contract now at this new space that I'm at, and that's what's going to get to. I moved out of the salon, and I got into this new space, and it took me 2 months to settle into it and stuff like that. So now I'm ready to start broadcasting all the things I need to do, online meditations and stuff like that now.
So there's going to be reoccurring online meditations, like weekly or something like that? Or?
It's going to definitely be weekly. Once I have my first weekly booked up, I'll start adding more each day. I'll actually add more. I have an evening. So it starts at 4:30 on Sunday. I think that's a good time. 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday. And then when that one gets booked up, I can add another one right after that and see if anyone will be able to get on before that. And I'll also probably add one, in the morning.
For sure.
So we can do a morning meditation. I'll do something a little bit different for that one. And maybe the same thing because everyone needs one. I'm trying to show them. And I'll also build more up during the weekdays. But my online classes will be want to try and do that at least 3 days a week for now, because that's basically just to show people what they need to do, and they have to do that daily. All right, learn from that. If they forget what to do, don't worry. People are not going to be able to. They can review those videos on Patreon, which is great. And it's in case anything, they can go right back in there without any extra cost and just review them.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be good. So I moved into my new place. Really great. It's just an office building, what we're going to do, but that's just temporary. I want my own resort. I'm looking for investors. I wish, that's the reason why I'm bringing up Patreon. If I can't get investors, I wish that if I had that 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers, I can afford to build my resort.
What are you going to do to get the 1,000? What is you?
Podcasting, talking to people, bringing people in. The hardest thing in the world is people referring others and people doing it. So I'm hoping to, get that out of there and people just to join that. And you said there's another one from Patreon. If you can tell me what that is.
There would be a whole different type of model. It would just be a whole different structure. And I'm not saying your model's flawed. I'm just saying how I would do it is I would create an online course and I would continually update that online course and probably even charge more.
Well, I'm going to be doing the courses for the self-help therapy and everything like that, and I will also do that for the massage therapy, but I would like to have more professional, I would like to get it to where when I finally get enough funds coming in, I'm going to basically hire people, professionals, to get me to do professional videos for something like that.
I'm a video professional. That's what I do.
And set up with proper camming, visuals, and also having that little script on the bottom for people to study. I'm also, through my, when I do the self-help therapies, I'm going to basically go through the videos and type in everything that needs to be said through the scripts on the bottom of the screen for people to read and understand more. Not just for what I say on TV, say in the videos, but they're going to be able to read more about the situation at that time, what's going on. So, and that right there is another process. So, and I want to get to that route. But at first this is a starting point. Just come in and watch the Qigong and the meditations, properly breathing, the mantras, the vocalizations, because a lot of people don't know how to properly breathe. That's the biggest thing. Or vocalize while breathing and holding themselves and, how to structure their bodies and stuff like that. So, and that's a process. I want to start off here, and then I do want those videos for people to watch and do that. I do want to get there.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So that's actually interesting because I think we even talked about this a little bit. Duncan Trussell, he has a podcast, but he also has a Patreon account. And on his Patreon account, every week they do like weekly meditations and stuff like that. Like his Patreon account isn't for the meditations. That's just a perk that you get with the Patreon account. Right. And like you also get some other things. You get like I think special episodes or actual communication with Duncan himself. So.
That'd be something great to do. Having perks on there, and and I do want to communicate with.
I would look at his channel and like kind of study it a little bit.
Link that to me later after the show or something like that when you get time, and that way I can check it out. But it'd be a great way to view what others are doing and do the same thing and do the things that are on what I would like to accomplish and stuff like that on my own Patreon and stuff like that. And there's like some people connect to Patreon to YouTube. I don't want to get on YouTube. I know there's a big audience there, but YouTubers don't pay anything. So it's just all about views.
They pay. You can make money on YouTube. It's different though.
It's different, and it's a different audience.
It could be the same audience, but yeah. I'm a big proponent of giving out stuff for free because it's not for free. What you're doing is you're growing awareness for your brand and where you can sell other things.
Well, that's what the thing is about free. This coming up Sunday, first showing for live is actually free. You can come in, and it is $20 to sit on my cushion. I have 8 seatings, and then I'm also going to be showing. It's going to be free for this one for online for everyone to join in to watch the video. Of course, my Patreon will still have the subscription. Kind of thing, but you can I set it up for free on this. It goes through the Crowdcast, I think, kind of video thing. I tried Vimeo, and there's a different system set up for Vimeo. I do want to set it up to where whatever is best for people to be able to view all these things. I'm still trying to figure those out.
Yeah. See, what's cool is you can have it on YouTube and make it a private video or unlisted. And you don't have to pay for Vimeo, so that could be one route to do that. Because you're not, when you post it on YouTube as an unlisted video, it's not for the public. It's only for who you send it to. And that's one way to do it without having to pay Vimeo. But if you wanted to pay Vimeo, that's cool too. That's how I would do it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important for people to get to know, like, and trust you before they even, not even important, it's necessary, before they want to do business with you, or they want to patronize your page. They have to learn about you, know about you, and build that trust. And putting out free content is a good way to do that, so that you can funnel that traffic, or even paid. You can put it out for free or pay for traffic. So you might want to advertise.
It does cost money.
Yes.
Like this video, right? Like this free one that's coming up this Sunday. It is costing me money to do the video.
Yeah.
So,
this is costing me money to do this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, so that
I'm doing it for free though, right?
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing this for the community, and you're doing this for yourself, and it's just an amazing thing. And that's why I'm doing this on the very first one on this Sunday. Is a free viewing. It's going through Crowdcast. You'll see the link provided on my Vagaro calendar. So if you go to my Vagaro, vagaro.com/Solor, SOLOR, you'll be able to see the class this Sunday, and you'll see the link in there provided for you to watch it for free.
Nice.
So it's there. And
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's that's why you got to build that know, like, and trust, with people, because if they don't know you, like you, or trust you, they're not going to do business with you. That's just simple as that.
Exactly. Now, if I do have 8 people in there, or a certain amount of people that does it, I do not focus on people who are going into the video. I focus on the people who are in there with me. So just to let you guys know, just follow. So if you're watching the video, just follow suit and breathe and work it through. But when I'm going to do the single videos, when you send the content where I'm just sitting there and it's just me focusing on the video, you're going to get a lot of information and stuff like that. That's going to be feel like it's been spent towards you personally. And I will be doing those videos as well.
For sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
that'll be the content that I'll be creating.
Gotcha. Nice. Hell yeah. Well, sweet, man. So yeah, what is your biggest challenges with this business so far?
The biggest challenge is marketing.
Okay, yeah.
I do know marketing to an extent, and getting in clients to an extent. I mean, Google works. I do get people who just says, I found you on Google. I found you on Google. Sometimes Yelp, sometimes here, or sometimes there. The biggest thing is like I said, is another thing is word of mouth or anything like that. It doesn't get out very far, because it's like the people only know one person. People only know 2 people, or they don't share it, but they do leave a good review. And they do say that, and that's where people see that. I liked your reviews. I came in for that. The biggest thing is marketing. So I've done almost every aspect but mail outs, and I'm going to be doing a mail out for this entire 3-mile vicinity of Colorado Springs of downtown, and everyone's going to see my little flyer, and I hope that check your mail someday. It's going to go to the business. I'm going to try that and see if people will connect that way as well. I tried Facebook, Instagram marketing, and that stuff really for me didn't work. 1 or 2 likes, but it didn't really connect. It's like, people are like, oh, just another person marketing, that kind of, thought.
There's definitely ways to do it.
Yeah, there is. And,
and ways not to do it.
Right. And ways not to do it.
Yeah.
So I did read every single aspect of how to post it, how to click. I even talked to customer services and how to do Google AdWords and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you only can go so far with that, and stuff like that. So I decided this time I'm going to do a mail out, for the Colorado Springs area, to get them come in for the massage therapy. So and I'll also have posted the links to my online guided meditation, and see how many people will click onto that, and see if there is any interests and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm bringing this to people, the guided meditations with breathing techniques, with vocalizations, letting your vocals out, and it helps everything, because it really does. And I'm really hoping that they'll come in and try it, because it's going to help them in the long run for themselves and in the future. No matter what, it helps everyone that I see. I have everyone who comes in independently, and I also do private sessions with people. It helps them big time to heal themselves, because they don't know what to do. No matter how many videos you see out there, you try it, it didn't fit. It's like, oh, I did this, it feels great, but they're 2 hours later, they're like, it didn't do it. So I integrate the range of motions and the qigong and the therapy into the meditations, so to help work themselves out before they get into the actual meditation. And next thing you know, their mind and their body is in bliss.
For sure, yeah.
First the therapy and the qigong, the breath work, the meditation, and they're finally into bliss. It's just a process that you have to go through.
Yeah, and having someone there helping you and guiding you and showing you the ways, things that you don't know or don't someone who's trained, who's been doing it for many years, makes perfect sense. Yeah. And I would say the same thing for marketing as well, too. A lot of people want to do the marketing themselves. They watch their own videos and they do all this stuff, and they're overwhelmed. They have to do all these other things, and then they get bad results.
Yeah, it has to be very interactive. And my guided meditations is very interactive. You know, I pretty much don't stop talking.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay.
So, you know, but unless we're doing the breathing, they'll hear the breath and stuff like that. You have to hear your breath when you breathe. Right now, as you're talking to me, you have to hear your own breath going in and out. If you don't hear it, you're not breathing.
Yeah, we got headphones blocking it, but we have microphones to pick it up.
Well, just aim your nose this way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, that's. I've done some guided meditations. I'm a fan. I think they do help because anytime I try to get on a routine or a habit to build a meditation habit, I just fall off. And
that's why I'm building this.
Yeah.
I'm building so people don't fall off. The bandwagon is the phrase that you come off. You know, it's like that. And it's like, and then
my bandwagon was like 8 years ago. So. But that bandwagon's been gone.
That's the thing.
I meditate all the time. I meditate not all the time, but I do. It is something I'm conscious of. I try to relax and I try to make it a practice, but last couple years, probably not as much as it should be.
One thing about meditation, I can say, it only needs to be 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And another thing about meditations, it could be about anything. You don't need a silent mind. What you should do in your meditation is plan your day. Literally, it works. You plan you plan your day in a meditation in your mind, and next thing you know, you're doing it. You're not like veering off that path now.
And that can help with stress, having your day planned out too.
Exactly. In your mind, you're like, da, 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 and you're breathing, you're checking, and you're visualizing your day, you're visualizing your work. And you know, you should meditate visualizing your work because it's better than sitting there, you know, and stressing yourself on the computer and trying to get things done. You just stop for a moment, breathe through it, and just visualize your work. It's going to be a lot less stressful on you.
I'm going to try that. I like that. Thank you. Well, sweet, man. Yeah. Where can people find you and reach you at?
You can go to my website, soloroasis.com, SOLOR Oasis. .com, and there you can click on all the links and stuff like that. I will be updating it pretty soon with the Patreon information, all that. I just haven't done that yet. But you'll be able to go to my Vagaro, which is my booking app, vagaro.com/Solor, SOLR. I may be changing booking apps because they no longer take a certain gift card, which is by Spa Finder, because their entire credit card system decided to reject them. So I have Spa Finder cards that haven't been scanned through. So I'm going to probably go to Mind Body pretty soon. But other than that, just keep doing that. Everyone will be notified. I'm going to be doing a text marketing as well, so that way I'll be able to get that out there to people's phones, saying, "Hey," and I'll subscribe on the bottom, of course. You know, and so I have like 2,000 people to send to, so I'm going to be doing that as well pretty soon.
You built up a good contact list.
Because I haven't updated yet. I haven't sent anyone the update yet since I moved in, so I'm going to be doing that pretty soon.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Yeah.
Oh, and a little bit about my massage therapy. What I do is actually clinical and sports mostly. And the clinical massage is all about the full rehabilitation of your body, depending on what you're needing done. But I do full bodies as much as I possibly can. It usually takes an hour and a half to 2 hours of length. But it's very intricate, very intertwined, and we're talking and guiding each other through breath and meditations and everything. And I do play wonderful music for that, new music off of SoundCloud or meditation music, whatever you need to, stuff like that. There's like so many different options and add-ons between stone, CBD massage, meditation massage. I have traditional Swedish is one of the things. And one of the big notes I would like to say out there is I do not use elbows. I have stones. And I can pull one out right now.
Yeah, let's see a stone.
Yeah, here is one of my stones. If you can see it on video, I'm going to be 3D printing this thing, so I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to hide it now, and so I can sell it to other massage therapists. But it literally...
did you shape that yourself?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I found this. I was like, heck yeah. But
Nice.
It really will just help save my hands. It will save my hands, and it'll allow me to do a lot of muscle stripping and movement.
Right here really helps with your hands?
Oh, yeah, working out the whole digital muscle formation, the flexors and everything like that, and you just like really work it out. But it's just to save my fingers and hands when I don't.
Oh, I get what you're saying, because you're the massage therapist.
Yes. And it's just a heavy stone. I have like so many of them. I have Shiva stones. I have them from up to 30 pounds in weight down to 2 pounds in weight, and then different sizes and shapes. So I'm allowed to go in there and just work it out. So I can do hot stone or cold stone and stuff like that. And they are amazing things. You will not find pretty much anyone else doing Shiva stones or certain other type. I have like a whole array of different things.
Nice. I got a bunch of stones here. I found them all at Palmer Park.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Are you like? It looks like some of them are shiny. Were you?
Yeah,
Are you tumbling them?
People drop them on
What?
purpose because they want to share their stones with the world. I guess I don't know why, but I know it's on purpose because these things don't come naturally like that.
Right.
And I know it's on purpose because it's been happening for 2 years.
You're basically the stone finder of our
Yes,
age. Yeah.
the stone finder. Yes.
I go to shops and I find stones.
Okay, that's where you find them. Yes. I found some ones that were a little bit natural. I think this one a little bit more dirty and
That's definitely got some crystallization in
Yeah.
there. So, yeah, it's really nice.
yeah. And I found this one on the ground a couple blocks down the street.
Those are very common right there.
Okay.
Those little pink,
Little pink ones.
Yeah, those are very common.
Yeah, I think someone dropped it out of their car.
This is another common one that you'll find everywhere. They too like oh, I can make a marble out of that.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, sweet, man. Yeah, this has been a great show, and I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, I think we've covered everything, man.
Oh, we did? Oh, what should we talk about now? Unless we're done. You got something else?
Oh, yeah,
going?
we're wrapping up the show right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Well, this has been the COS Business Podcast, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you.